Germany has significantly reduced asylum seekers' applications, which dropped by 34% in 2024 from 322,000 asylum seekers to 213,000 in the first quarter of 2025. Number fell by 50% compared to 2024 with under 7,000 applications in June alone. And Germany has also introduced new border management measures, which have a key role to play in cutting down the number of immigrants that are coming into Germany to reside. Both, as I said before, that are coming from other European countries and those who are coming from other continents flowing into Germany, flowing into Europe. They have taken a temporary border check measure, which was reintroduced in September 2024 across all land border, sea border, and the air border. This continue into 2025 up to now, and this is expecting to continue until end of 2026, even the first quarter of 2027. This control has prevented tens of thousands of unauthorized entries and lead to number of people being rejected, and some good number of arrests had made, both inside the train, both at the border, those who are crossing with cars and those crossing with the trucks. A lot of security measure has been put in place by German authority to bring down the number of asylum seekers who are coming into Germany to seek for an asylum. They have also made an asylum receipt at the border. What does this mean? It means that according to the ruling by the administrative court in Berlin, which took place in June 2025, border police must not immediately turn away asylum seekers without proceeding their claim or processing their claims under the Dublin 3 regulation. However, the procedure for this may initiated at the border or near the border. They will never allow you to enter into Germany. They will either proceed that asylums in that border or a camp near the border there. But the possibility of rejecting your entry is 80%. Germany is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that they cut down the number of immigrants that is flowing into their country. But I don't know the reason why many people are trooping into Germany based on their asylum system and the number of rejection that they have for many people who are coming from other countries entering into Germany, and those who are coming from Africa, those who come from Asia, entering into Germany. They have also made some deportations and return measure to be able to bring down the number of people entering into Germany. One of those implementation they make is easing deportation procedure. In early 2024, Germany passed legislation to make deportation easier by, number one, extending pre-detention detention, a kind of detention or deportation detention from 10 to 28 days. They have reduced the number of days that the person that will stay in the detention camp before they will deport the person back to their country. For once Germany said that they are going to deport the person, they will deport the person. But pay attention, because there is a new rule that they have given them authority to even deport without even letting the person know that they will deport the person. They can easily come to your residence and pick the person up and deport the person immediately without even giving the person chance of defense or chance of anything. They have also allowing residential searches to verify identities. The court have also given them the authority to verify homes, hotels, many even in workplaces, and they can control anything at any time. They can control your identity. They can control you at anywhere, anytime. So these are the new measures which they introduce. Be very, very careful the way you move around. If you are an undocumented immigrant in Germany, if you have 2 years document in another country in Europe, I will not advise you to go to Germany to go and begin to say you wanted to live there and stay there. 2 years document, 3 years document, 4 years document is not allowed to work in Germany. You can travel there on a visit, on a tourist, for those of you who already in European Union. But if you have permanent resident from another EU countries, yes, you can go there and know if not all cities allow it. But according to Dublin regulation, when you have a permanent resident permit from another EU, you have the right to go to Germany or any other European countries to apply for their own stay. You need, when you get a job there, if you can find a company who can offer you a job, you can apply to change your status from the country that will come to their own country. But when you come to Germany, be very, very careful and make research very well. Ask questions before you put your leg. These changes are backed by amplified enforcement measures, such as increased, according to Dublin Screening Center, and the legal instrument for expediting returns to the country of origin when they find out. And once your asylum is rejected in Germany, when they tell you to leave the country. If you did not leave, anything that you see, it is on your own head. They have also made a deportation activities and target. In first quarter of 2025 alone, Germany carried out around 6,150 deportation, a 55% increase over 2 years. On July alone, 18, 2025, Germany executed its second deportation flight to Afghanistan. 81 Afghans were deported back to their country because they deemed that Afghanistan is a safe country. Also, countries in Africa, they have also deemed them fit. Once you seek asylum with these countries and they verify your identity through your embassies and every other thing, the possibility of taking you back to your country is there. For those of you who already have documents in another EU, living in Germany, going to Germany to go and look for work or to go and settle there, you are doing there at your own risk because they may take that document away from you and still take you back to your own country of origin, not minding that you already have a document in another country. If they take you back to that country, that means you are very, very lucky. But be very careful. Avoid Germany. Germany is not laughing for any immigrant or illegal immigrant or those of you who wanted to seek for an asylum. If you are 100% regular in Europe, you can live in Germany and enjoy your stay. That's if you have permanent resident permit in another EU. You can go there and work yourself out. A deportation terminal is being planned at Munich International Airport to proceed or to process up to 100 deportations or deportees per day, scheduled to complete in 2027. The facility aims to tackle logistic backlog by face local politicians and environmental pushback. They are making a necessary arrangement to complete a terminal in Munich International Airport. This arrangement will be completed by 2027, and they have made it mandated that when completed, Germany will be carrying out at least 100 deportees of illegal immigrants each day to various countries of the world. Whenever they wanted to deport, they will deport because they have gotten an authority from the government to carry out this deportation order. For those of you who are planning you wanted to go to Germany, I don't see any reason why all of you are going to Germany, except those who call themselves single mothers, going there to begin to trying to resettle there because of the benefit that you people are getting from the German government. It is very, very risky. My advice, in any European country that you are living, have patience to get your permanent resident. Maybe in the quest of you trying to get that permanent resident, you can get a good job that you will be doing there. The most important thing is for you to have something doing, have a home over your head, pay your tax, build up yourself. There's no place you live in Europe that you will not succeed. If you have their permanent resident card, you will succeed because you will get a good job. But if you feel that you didn't get a good job enough for you, look for a good country where you will go and be a law-abiding citizen of that land. Respect all the rules, respect all the law. But since you are undocumented immigrant in Europe, I will advise you to choose wisely before you put your leg in any country. Know what they forbid and what they are accepting. For example, as we are talking about this German of 18, don't go to Germany if you are an undocumented immigrant in Europe. It is very, very risky because control can come at any time. That does not mean that there is no control in other European nations. There is control in other European nations, but there are softer European countries that are very linear to immigrants who are arriving, especially those who are arriving through the sea, with the trauma and every other thing, be that they have not ascertained your identity and every other thing. But you coming with visa, visit visa, tourist visa, destination Germany is very, very risky. Germany does not welcome those things. Once your visa expired, you have become an undocumented immigrant, illegal immigrant in their land. The possibility of when they control you, that they will take you back to your country whether you like it or not, except you just wanted to go back. But when you have a mind that you wanted to seek for an asylum, international protection, based on there's something that is making you not to return back to your country. But if your country is very good and you have a good amount of money to set up a business, I will advise you to stay in your country, find something to be doing, because it is not easy again in Europe as you people think. Europe is not what it used to be 20, 25 years ago. Things have changed. The government in place these days does not even want to accept immigrants in their land. Take it easy and they allow things to work out the way it should be. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.